Welcome to District 360 Spotlight on Major Initiatives. Here at District 360, we're familiar with the unique initiatives and events the downtown district teams manage. Examples are everything from coordinating events like farmers markets to pop-up streeteries or parklets, managing public art installations, and hosting annual fundraisers. We're also familiar with tracking major infrastructure projects that stretch over a few years and require the bid staff to convene different stakeholder groups. We see teams struggle to manage the various spreadsheets, distribution lists, finding related documents and files, remembering the right people to include on all related emails, and inevitably the same or a similar event rolls around and it's time to do it all over again. The Major Initiatives feature was designed specifically to make this process easier and more efficient for your team. Let's look at two examples of when to leverage the Major Initiatives feature. The first example is a farmers market. This event is probably hosted seasonally on or adjacent to a couple of properties downtown. You probably have a list of go-to vendors, and you probably also maintain a list of folks you'd like to invite next year. You probably need to communicate with the vendors, property managers, and others associated with the market too. If you leverage the major initiatives, all of that will be in one place, including the details of the market, the vendors, manage your internal tasks associated with the event, and email all the people you've tagged to this initiative. At the top, we have the specific details for this initiative, including the name, the status, target start and end dates, the type, the funding details, and total budget. Next, we have the major initiative roles. You can affiliate contacts or accounts and designate their role with this initiative. Next, we have properties. So any property that should be affiliated with this specific initiative, you can add to the list. Files is where you can upload anything and everything for this initiative. Files can include vendor applications, maybe some contracts associated with this market, etc. Scrolling back to the top, leveraging the activity panel on the right side enables you to put the events into the initiative and also manage some internal tasks delegated to different team members. Finally, on the top, we have a button to send an email to major initiative roles. What this does is automatically pull the email of all of the contacts that you've affiliated with this event, puts them neatly into the to field for you as well so that you can draft an email and send it directly to that list of contacts. And finally, when this farmers market has wrapped for this year, you can go ahead and clone this one to have it ready to use next year. The second example is an annual fundraiser. This event is probably hosted at a property or business in the district. You will likely invite guest speakers and many of your stakeholders, and you're definitely tracking your sponsorships very closely. Let's have a look at how you can bring it together with major initiatives. On the top, again, we have our initiative details. We have a description of the event, and we have our target budget and our budget raised. The budget raised is a background calculation running that will sum the total of your sponsorship amounts accumulated for this specific initiative so that at any point in time, you have an eye on your sponsorship amount. A benefit of leveraging the Major Initiatives feature is that information is also visible in a 360-degree view on the contact and account records. So for example, a contact who is involved in major initiatives, it's visible to everyone on your team from their contact page. So I can go to any contact and I can see what kind of participation they have with our bid initiatives. Similarly, on an account page, if I scroll to the major initiatives section, I will be able to see the level of involvement of this company with our bid initiatives. Finally, you know how much we love our dashboards here at District 360. Once you're leveraging the Major Initiatives feature, you can also add some charts and graphs to different dashboards to give your team a high-level view of what's going on with your initiatives. You can slice and dice the information in all different ways, but maybe it's interesting to see who are your top sponsors. What types of initiatives are you more heavily focused on? What is the status of initiatives for planning purposes, etc.?